Okay, hey everyone. So, congratulations to the new president, Donald J. Trump, and thought I'd make this video um, about some of the things that took place last night. One of the things was at the end, after Clinton knew she was beaten, she didn't give a concession speech, and she sent out Podesta to send everybody home from her victory party, which which turned into a party of despair. But I think people have there's a lot of stuff going on out there right now talking about how you know she got drunk or she was in health problems. But look, let's look at what was really happening last night. Um, I don't know if everybody out here is on drugs or drinking, but try to use your logic, folks. You had thousands of people at both victory parties in the middle of New York City. One of these folks were going to have to come out and concede. Somebody was going to lose last night, and unless it was a scenario with like Bush and Gore, um, there was going to be a winner and a loser tonight. And you had thousands of people um, who were going to be dejected, and you have thousands of people who were going to be ecstatic. It was it was pretty clear by about 11 o'clock that it was going to be the Trump folks that were going to be ecstatic, and the Hillary fans were going to be dejected. So you're in the middle of New York City. It's late at night now. You know you're running in at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you have these folks who had probably been drinking all night, possibly doing other things, and now you have to get them off the street. And you're in the middle of New York City. Both headquarters and both victory parties were both in New York City last night. I believe, and this is just using my logic, that Podesta, I think what happened, I think that the NYPD, the Secret Service, and probably some other federal authorities, I'm not sure, maybe, maybe the FBI or whoever, the Homeland Security, probably contacted the Hillary campaign once it was clear that she wasn't going to win. And they had to come up with a scheme to get people off the streets without getting anybody hurt or killed. And you guys can think anything you want, and I have no proof of this, but it just seems logical that this would take place. This has been a really, really rough election year. The last 3 months have been really bad, and we all remember it, even when Trump uh, went into Chicago, and that was all organized by the Democrats. We know that, through the Veritas videos. So there was a huge chance that there could have been some really bad and unfortunate things to happen last night. So I think in the wisdom of our security agencies, I think they contacted the Hillary campaign and told them, look, we need to figure out a way to get these folks home without getting anybody killed. Look, some people were happy, some people were sad. I get that, but emotions were running high, and when you have things that have happened in the past, in the recent past, with violence and the division in this country, having thousands of people diametrically opposed with diametrically opposed views on the streets late at night after a night of stress and drinking, it doesn't line up to be a good night, and you can't do it. So I like I said, I'd like to think that Hillary got drunk and she may have. I mean, everybody knows she drinks, and who knows, she might have done other things as well. But I don't believe that she was too drunk to get up and give a concession speech. I also don't believe that she was laying in some plastic tube somewhere with the hoses hanging out of her, trying to reanimate herself or something, so that she can go on. And she's not I don't believe she's an animal or some type of robot or something. She's a human being. But I don't think it had anything to do with drugs and alcohol and her health. I think what really took place last night with the concession speech was that they wanted to get folks home and home safe, and I'm glad they did. I really did think about that when my girlfriend came in and she said, where is Trump's party at work? Because it was on, I had it on TV, and I said, geez, I don't know. I think it's in Florida. And then I realized it was in New York City. I said, holy, wait a minute. And I went and I said, oh yeah, and I confirmed, Hillary's victory party's in New York. And I said, this is really strange. And then I started thinking about the stories where they put the NYPD and the Secret Service and our security agencies on high alert in New York. I don't think it was because they thought there was going to be a terrorist attack or a Russian hack. I'm sure that's had something to do with it, and I'm sure that popped into their heads as a collective with our security agencies. But I don't think that was the true reason. The government needs to tell people certain things, and they need to leave things out. It's part of what government does. I mean, you don't come out and tell people, look, we're heightening security because we think there's going to be riots. You place that in people's heads, and it becomes reality, right? It's like the looking glass self, right? If you keep looking into the mirror and saying things, sooner or later you're going to become that thing. That's just the way human beings work. So I believe that the heightened security was a result, and I think neither one of the parties wanted to concede the spot that they picked for their victory party. I mean, Trump is a New Yorker; he was born in New York. Hillary is a senator there; she's made it her second home. She was born in Chicago, of course, but she's pretty much more of a New Yorker than just about any other New Yorker. She's done a lot of service for New York, good or bad, and I think that's the key here. So like. We need to start to heal now, and coming out with these ridiculous Hillary was drunk, Hillary was this, or Hillary's that. Look, here's what I hope happens. I mean, Hillary, this election, this process has drug her and her family name through the dirt. Whether it's earned or not, it's a tough thing. I wouldn't want to be a Clinton right now. America has spoken, and we've come to the decision that we don't want a Bush or a Clinton in office, and let's let it go at that. Let's hope that Trump gets in, and I know a lot of people out there want blood, right? We all want blood, but I don't think it's a good idea for Trump to go after Hillary Clinton. I know he said he would hire a special prosecutor. Look, the FBI is still looking into Clinton's. Still looking into the Clinton Foundation. There's still an investigation ongoing. Will Comey be replaced? I mean, we can get into all that stuff, but let's hope that that Trump takes the higher ground here, and he starts to work on the business for the people. Because Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, if they are, and I believe they are, if they are as crooked as evidence has shown, or WikiLeaks and all the different evidence that's out there, it'll crumble itself. We don't need to pound it with a hammer the first 2 weeks. That's not the answer I'm looking for from Trump right now. I don't want to know who he's going to put in charge of prosecuting Hillary Clinton right now. Okay, that's not what my biggest thing is, and I hope as Americans that's not your biggest thing. I think we need to stop and we need to look at what's the important issues. We need to start dealing with our immigration. First, Trump's got to first of all get his transition team, and he's got to start naming some folks to some to the different positions, to high positions at the Secretary of State and the Attorney General, the Secretary of Defense. We need to start looking at our generals. We got serious problems going on in the Middle East, with Syria, with Libya, with Egypt, with Israel, Saudi Arabia. There's so many things going on just in foreign policy. Trump needs to, in my opinion, he needs to start focusing on those things and getting this team to start looking after our interests. And there's so much stuff with trade and the immigration and trying to get jobs back into the country. Look, Hillary's gone. She's done. She's vanquished. Whether or not you believe that she deserves to walk away into the sunset, it doesn't really matter. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for all of us. Now, if things come up and there needs to be an investigation and it needs to continue, I'm all for that. But right now, I think we need to start to heal this country up, and we need to start getting things in order. Because if you look around, folks, we are in some really dire straits here. So, like I said, I don't want to run on too much with this video, but that's my thoughts on this. Again, I don't think Hillary Clinton was drunk. I don't think that she was in some chamber somewhere trying to reanimate herself. Okay, I think there was a serious consideration last night to preserve peace in New York City last night, and I totally believe if there was a potential, if there was a situation and circumstances that could have caused a severe riot, we were looking at it last night. So I think cooler minds prevailed. I think they did the right thing, and I don't care if Hillary Clinton does. I don't really want to hear her talk, folks. I don't. I don't care if she don't come out and say a word. Just go into your own little hole and disappear. Go take the money, take the $250 million that you've stolen off the American people, and take that as a parting gift. That's a parting gift. Go away. Go to New Zealand. Head down to South America. Go to Russia. Wherever you want to go. Just get the fuck out of here. Like, go. I don't care if you concede. I don't care. Just get out. If she doesn't go to jail, if she does go to jail, look, I don't want her to be in the news anymore. If we have to investigate her, she's going to be in the news. There's going to be more dissension. Just let her go. It's done. She's on her last leg. If she survives another 5 to 10 years, she won't even get through the first Trump term. I don't believe she's in bad health. So let's let her walk away, and let's just let her go. There's no reason to beat a dead horse. Let's get her out of the news. Let's get the Clintons out of the news. Let's get these people away from us, and let's move into a different direction and heal this country, because we have a lot of healing that needs to be done here, folks. There's a lot of things that need to happen. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Like I said, I'm online this morning. I got up a little late, and I'm looking at all these crazy people saying that, she's drunk. And come on. This is, look, everybody wants to be, everybody wants to gloat. But do it gracefully. That's what makes great champions. Is you can gloat, but you gloat gracefully. And what happens on the ice or on the football field or on the baseball diamond, that when it's happening and all the things leading up to it, yes, it's ferocious. But after the game, you shake hands, you talk to your opponent, you talk about the opponent, and you win gracefully. That's what makes class, and I think Trump did that last night. So anyway, God bless America, and thank you, Jesus, for looking down on us and taking care of us last night. Hopefully, this country will start to move in a different and better and more prosperous direction, and we'll start to heal some of the wounds in the country, and maybe make America great again. Anyway, thank you.